So we're going to turn now to the race for City Hall. 68 days from now, Buffalo will vote for the city's next mayor. Byron Brown is running a write-in campaign, fighting to keep his seat after India Walton beat him in the Democratic primary. So few expected him to lose that race. But now that he has, some prominent Western New Yorkers have been contributing to his campaign, including controversial developer Carl Paladino. But there have been some changes in that relationship. Investigative Post reporter Jeff Kelly's been following this race very closely. He's back on the town hall to talk about it tonight, including some important updates in what is a very high stakes race here. Jeff, we're glad that you're here. And I want to back up for a second to June to start off, after Byron Brown lost the primary. Back then, Carl Paladino tried to rally the business community to support his write-in campaign. Brown said that he did not want his support. He wouldn't accept his support. So you spoke with Paladino earlier this week. What did he have to say, and where do things stand now between the two of them?
Right, and after Brown disavowed Paladino's offer of support back in June after the primary, Paladino went quiet for a couple of months until this week, when he called to say that he is finished with Byron Brown. He will not support his write-in campaign. It was kind of a conversation. He sort of wished a pox on everybody's house. He certainly is no fan of India Walton either, but he said that he will not support Brown's re-election campaign.
So it's kind of an about face here. So you have to wonder, Jeff, what has happened in the last 2 months?
You know, it's not totally clear. He was stung, certainly, by the mayor's very public disavowal, saying that I will not seek nor accept help from Paladino. But he went further than that. He had criticism of Brown's deputy mayor, Betsy Ball, who was the architect of the sort of failure of a primary campaign, and who he says has alienated some of Brown's best people, who I should note deny this. But largely, he just seemed to be finished with the Brown administration.
So is he sort of finished, period, then? Because you said he's not supporting India Walton, so then what is he doing?
Not clear. I think he has suggested that maybe somebody else will get into the race that he could support, but it seems a little late for that.
Yeah, certainly. And we mentioned earlier that Brown indicating that he wasn't interested in Paladino's support. And it appears that he is trying to distance himself from Paladino. They're sort of distancing from each other, though Investigative Post's reporting has documented their working relationship over the past year. So this is politics, Jeff. So do you think that Paladino, in a way, slamming Brown could actually help the mayor? Could there be some strategy at work here?
It might. It certainly helps. The mayor's campaign will certainly, I would imagine, would seize on this and say, look, see, we're not close. He's not our friend. But as you point out, we also have a piece this week in which we sort of document the decade-long détente between Byron Brown and Carl Paladino and his companies. They have worked together for the last 10 years, and just 2 months ago, Carl Paladino was in fact trying to raise $1 million to fund this write-in campaign. So, funny things happen in politics, that's for sure.
That's certainly an understatement. Whatever you can say about this race, Jeff, it's certainly not boring.
No, that it is not.
Jeff Kelly with Investigative Post, covering this mayoral campaign closely as we inch closer toward November. We always appreciate your perspective, Jeff. Thanks again for joining us tonight.